Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us. My name is Bishop Stanley Mwalili, and this is the Shepherd and You Midweek Connection coming to you from the Green Pastures Tabernacle Church Studios at the church here in Dagoretti. Thank you so much for joining us. And if this is your first time to join us, welcome. And we believe that you will find this very useful and encouraging. And just in case you haven't subscribed or liked any of our pages, please do so. And if you know someone that really you appreciate and you want them to be blessed as well, share with them and possibly alert other people and call all those that you believe need to be part of something like this and let them listen, because this is a program that brings you very important aspects that we look at from a biblical perspective, and just to educate ourselves and disciple ourselves in some very important aspects of our life that sometimes we don't have enough time to deal with from the pulpit. And I'm again privileged for the third time in a row be joined by Elder John Nganga. Elder John Nganga is a brother in the Lord, and he's been in the Christian space as a believer, as a leader, as a marketplace influencer, and many, many things. He's been involved in missions, high school, university, college, and name it. Anything that souls need to be reached, John, you will find him there. And it's such an encouraging thing to have him here. It's a privilege because he's a busy man, and we are so grateful to have him. So, John, welcome to the program today.
Asante sana.
Yes, how are you?
I already feel welcome.
Yeah, welcome. How are you today?
Very grateful to God.
Yes.
I don't know whether I shared how I recently was speaking in one of the colleges, and they were saying farewell to the graduating class. So when I started speaking, I started by asking them, "You are now finishing your long journey, 844, whatever." And they said, yes, they are very excited. So I said, "When did you begin it?" I was in shock when they told me they were Standard 1 in 2010.
Standard 1.
I expect them to tell me 19 something or 20, early 20s.
2010.
The people that are now graduate and professionals working were born and they have no idea who Kepake was. Leave alone more. So I count it a privilege to be able to talk to them.
Yeah.
To be able to tell them there used to be colonial days,
yes,
which is now way out of their reach.
Yes.
I'm grateful to God that He has kept me to see these young people come up and to look for ways of discipling them.
Yes. And it's an honor to be in that space. And I agree with you. Even me lately, I'm beginning to realize I'm not very old. I'm just about 60. But, I realize, you look at kids that you thought were young the other day, they are now the ones that are moving things.
And you go to hospital, they are the doctors.
Yes. They are the ones treating you.
Yes.
So today, Elder John, we want to talk about marriage. And we have a couple of questions and concerns that we need to deal with. And just before I do that, I want to let my audience know that John is a prolific author as well. And in addition to the other books that we talked about here in the last program, this is another book. It's Is Your Marriage Christian or Traditional? And this is a book that you need to get, because I believe it addresses a lot of issues that a lot of us are having so many questions about. So, John, let's get into the meat of our discussion today. And let's begin by talking about marriage. What is marriage according to the Bible? Because this is a program that is set from a biblical Christian perspective. So we are not just discussing marriage from anywhere. We have a benchmark. Okay. And the benchmark is Scripture, the Bible. We are Christians. So in the Christian perspective, because there are people who have their own ideas of what marriage is, and they can keep their ideas. But for us, and those of us that prescribe to the biblical ideals of life and Christianity, then we want to know, when you're a Christian, you talk about marriage, what are you talking about?
4 things. And they are based on the book of Genesis chapter 2. In the New Testament, when people started to talk about marriage
Mm.
and all kinds of views, Jesus told them, it is true that's what's happening,
Mm.
but it was not like that from the beginning.
Yeah.
It means if you really want to define marriage,
Go back to the beginning.
don't look at the funny pictures of Laban with many wives or
Yeah.
whatever. Go back to Genesis.
Yeah.
And the first thing you learn in Genesis,
Mm.
that marriage is between a male and a female committed to each other for life.
Yeah.
Let me repeat.
Mm.
It was Adam
Mm.
and Eve,
Mm.
not Adam and Steve,
Mm.
coming together to live together for life.
Mm.
First thing. So you cannot call it marriage if it's not between a male and a female,
Mm.
and if they are not committed to be with each other for life.
Mhm.
Number two, marriage is an indication of maturity.
Mhm.
It's a very critical thing in Christian marriage.
Mhm.
You must be an adult to be married.
Mhm.
It's a man, not a boy.
Mhm.
Getting married to a woman, not a girl.
Mhm.
So the Christian marriage, it does not allow children marriages. You have to be an adult
Mm.
because once you are married,
Mhm.
you create a new state, a new homestead,
Mhm.
and people must respect you enough
Mhm.
to leave you on your own.
Mhm.
Thirdly, if it's a Christian marriage, or in marriage is the only place you are allowed to have sex.
Mm.
Sex before your wedding or before you're committed to this lady, or sex outside the committed lady you are committed with, or then we're committed with, is called sexual immorality.
Mm.
And God condemns it.
Mm.
So marriage is the only one that makes sex holy.
Mhm.
I make fun by saying,
Mm.
if you sleep with your girlfriend on the morning of the wedding,
Mm.
you book a place in hell.
Mm.
Because basically
Yeah.
that's sexual immorality.
Yeah.
Wait until 3 hours
Mm.
and the pastor declares you married.
It will be holy.
Do the same thing and
Yeah.
you're going to heaven.
Yeah.
You can see how
It's a
important.
question of timing.
Yes. You can see how important that wedding is. You
Yes.
think a wedding is a joke,
Yes.
but the wedding changes from you going to hell
Yeah.
to you going to heaven.
Okay.
Simply, you can't do sex. And fourthly, if you are looking at the book of Genesis, marriage is about procreation.
Mhm.
In other words, the way God wanted to help them to keep the commission. You know, there's a great commandment and the great commission. This great commandment, they were to fill the earth. And the only way you can fill with that legally, spiritually, in a holy way, is by getting married.
Mhm.
That's why the reason for sex was for pleasure and procreation,
Mhm.
reproducing yourself.
Mhm.
That's what marriage is. all
That's
about.
what, from the biblical perspective.
Yes.
Now let's dig a little deeper there. The marriage seems to have lost its luster. You talk to young people and they don't seem to carry the same importance and glamour that we attach to marriage. What would you say about that, and what do you think is causing this?
Several things are causing this.
Mm.
Part of it is us,
Mm.
you and me.
Yeah.
I'm in my 70s, maybe more me than you. They have watched the parents and their marriage,
Mm.
and they have not been impressed.
Mhm.
They have watched the loving father, so-called, bully,
Mhm.
brutalize
Mhm.
their mother.
Mhm.
And so a guy watching that says,
Mm.
I respect my father.
Mm.
If my father can do it,
Mm.
almost any man could do it.
Mm.
So she loves a boy, then wonders, will I enter a relationship where he does that to me?
Mhm.
So I think it's important to understand that part of the reason why young people have grown cold feet about making a commitment
Mhm.
is that fact that they have not seen many good examples. And it's not because they are not good marriages.
Mhm.
It's because they are not many.
Yeah.
But a second reason that I think is an unfortunate one.
Mhm.
Whereas God made sex for marriage,
Mhm.
and so one feels this thing that is so good,
Mhm.
I can't have it until I get married.
Mhm.
young people seem to begin, we are seeing studies that show even the age of 12, 13, people are having sex. If you're having sex regularly, how can I promise you something you already have? And so you have a lot of young people who can't see, they see whatever they want in marriage, they already have it anyway. So, and you see this one, you can jump from person to person. This one, you don't even have to make commitment.
Yes.
If you are dumb, if you are unhappy with this one, you go to that one. I think sexual immorality is an enemy to marriage. Thirdly, trying to see why we are having that problem is people wanting a certain standard of living. And they think that marriage is very expensive. Getting children is expensive. So they actually wondered, am I rich enough? And a lot of people are delaying their marriage. People used to marry at the age of 20. Now, the average age is above 30. And it's all sometimes to do with finances. The girl thinks I have to be ready. The boy thinks I have to be ready. In the process of waiting for marriage, they are not waiting on sex. So you can see that economic reasoning may cause people to delay their wedding. And there's a country I used to work to do an international job. And there's a country I was in, and I still remember being in the Hilton, and then I saw the wedding being done there. And because I could see many of the young people I was dealing in that country were not married, that's when I understood. A very expensive wedding is a discouragement to marriage. So that economic thing we have to look at is a problem that we need to deal with. Fourthly, I think the other thing that is making our children not commit to marriage is the level of divorce. There are so many. The other day I was invited by a young lady. She rang. She said, "You don't know me, but you used to preach to us in campus. Can my husband and I see you?" So I told my wife, since I don't even know them, let me first of all see them, then see whether we need to walk with them. When we met, he said, "Are you having a problem?" The young lady said, "No, I have no problem." "Then why are you calling us?" Said, "We married 10 couples, Christian couples. We married 10 couples, and in 5 years, half of us, 50%, are no longer together." And I started thinking, will our child or children end up doing this thing they are doing, co-parenting? What can we do to prevent it happening? And we thought you can help us. So initially I thought, that's too high, 5 years. So I turned to the husband and said, "Is it true?" "Yes, I can give you the names." Some of them, the pastors don't know, because although they are living separate, on Sunday they come and sit together
in church.
So they are Christians, so they don't want to give a picture they have separated. But we, because you are friends, we know they are no longer living together. And I thought, you can see why some young people will not want to get married, because they don't want to end up with that kind of mess of co-parenting and divorces and things like that. Those are all things, unfortunately, one summary is the result of not walking with God.
You have summarized this quite a bit, but I need us maybe to look at it a little deeper before we move on. So you have clearly given us the reasons why marriage has lost its luster. And so what can we do as Christians to restore the luster in marriage?
So we look at the same reasons that are causing young people to not be attracted to marriage. I think, especially those of us who are in church, must understand there is no Christianity at all, even no Christianity at home. We must find a way of teaching what is a Christian marriage. That's why I'm writing books on Christian marriage, because I've discovered any other things I'm dealing with is out there. If you could sort out marriage, you sort economics, you sort politics, you sort everything. Marriage is a critical thing. So the first thing we must do is actually disciple couples on marriage. The Bible says when you get saved, or those who believe should be discipled, should be taught. What the syllabus? whatsoever Jesus had covered.
Mm.
Because he covered marriage,
Mm.
we must talk. Because as I talk to various couples, I'm starting to realize they don't even have the basics of Christian marriage.
Basics.
Basics
Mhm.
of Christian marriage.
And as we will pack that, I would
We'll-
like us to
we'll
come back on
we'll
that
come back to it.
immediate after this.
So
Yes.
the first solution to this problem
Mhm.
is to help couples to understand. Like, for example, some young people think that because they are in love, they will never disagree.
Mhm.
So when they disagree, they want to divorce.
Mm.
Somebody should have told them from the beginning,
Mm.
they are not marrying an angel.
Mm.
You know, they keep calling their girlfriends angels.
Yeah.
I keep telling young people, when you propose to her and she says yes,
Yeah.
please discover she is human.
Yeah.
Angels are not allowed to say yes to humans. And as soon as you discover she is human, she will disappoint you
Yes.
sooner or later.
Mhm.
So you should know that. Now, oh, you're not an angel. Now you know where you are going to marriage, but I'm going to have some challenges. So when they finally, in fact, what should surprise you is that we have been married for 3 months, we have not had a disagreement. That should surprise you. So that's the first thing we must do. We need to talk to people about how a Christian marriage looks like, and what can you do to have it. And I think that's something that we need to deal with. I think number 2, we need to talk to people about why the Bible does not allow sex before the wedding or outside the wedding. It sounds like a lot of young people think it's killjoy. They are not aware that by having sex before marriage, there are several consequences in the process. Number 1, you're out of the good books of God. You lose fellowship with God. And once you lose fellowship, you're on your own. Of course, you're not fully on your own. You are your own with the devil. And he's not a very good company to keep.
Yeah.
Young people need to know that you can't have sex. And the other day I was in shock when I heard a lady giving testimony how her daughter got a boyfriend, and they are both in the choir. So they will go practicing and they come home. The boy had a car, so the boy would drop. One day they were a little late, so the mother was a little worried. And because she was upstairs somewhere, when she had the car, she started looking through the window as they parked, just to discover the reason they were not coming out of the car. They were having sex inside
the car, in the compound.
In the compound, they have already come parked because they are assuming the mother is asleep. Now she said she doesn't know how to confront them because you'll be asked, why were you looking? But the point is that the young people, for you to even be doing it in your girlfriend's compound
and in the car,
just tells you clearly there's something wrong. These are people singing in the church choir. So I'm saying on this second point, we must let the young person know why it is not right to actually get involved. In fact, currently I have a website and I'm writing articles, one article per week about why not sex. As a way of helping young people to know, because you have sex. Number 1, your fellowship, your spirituality is damaged. Number 2, you have sex and you get having sex with people. You never enjoy your marriage.
True.
You always be comparing sex with your wife with sex with Atieno and sex with whatever else. And you wonder why you can't enjoy your marriage. Because God's intention was 2 unschooled people to come and learn together on the issues of sex. So when you're getting profession outside, you come into marriage. You've just, what others are enjoying their marriage, you are keeping comparing. So you end up with a problem. And of course, they need to be aware. When you enter into those issues, the moment a girl agrees to have sex with you, you have no idea who else she has had sex with. You are not the first one. And they tell you with HIV that when you have sex with this one, you have sex with several others she has had. She may be a carrier. Now, so young people need to understand it's not an area you can actually enter into. And we need to teach them because if you can let people know that you have to get married in order to have sex, then they'll start thinking, it has something good, it has challenges, it has something good. I can, if I want to please the Lord,
I can wait.
I can actually wait. And that we need to be able to help people on that one. Thirdly, I think it will be very, very important that we find a way of dealing with weddings. These expensive weddings are not right. Pastors must encourage weddings on Sundays where they give us no tea, because tea is not part of the wedding. It is, if you have money, you can give us tea. And I've actually attended churches where weddings are done just like we do baby dedication. You know, everything is running, then you are wedded, then the pastor preaches, you go outside, you are encouraged to greet the bride and the groom. They are standing outside. In fact, the one I remember was, the first one I saw like that was in Jokao's church, when the River Church started.
I did one on Gong Road, I think 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Around 2000, either 6, 7 there, 8.
And there's no tea of any nature.
Yeah, quite.
And those people, their marriage lasts.
Yeah.
So we need to find a way of removing these cost implications in weddings and marriages. And then the whole idea about teaching how young people, in church still, not out there, on how to live within your means. Because if you don't know how to live within your means, marriage will not work. And the other thing is this new thing of PR, public relations. You are living your life to be seen. You are driving the car. You are driving the car others can see, not the car you need, but the car others will see.
Need to see.
Now, in the process, marriage is seen as an extra cost, and I think we need to deal with that. But the most important thing is to teach that the Word of God, the only place it allows sex, is in marriage, and we need to get committed to it. Then now we can tell you, once you're in marriage, this is a way to have an enjoyable marriage. Yeah.
This is the Shepherd and You Midweek Connection from the Green Pastures Tabernacle Church. My name is Bishop Stanley Mwalili, and this is a very healthy discussion, not just for young people, but for all of us, because it touches on something that affects all of us. We're either in it or there's someone that's close to us that is in it, and we need to work together to help reverse some of the negative effects that we are seeing, especially in the area of marriage and all the problems that are coming up with it. I'm joined by John Nganga. Elder John is a renowned brother in the Lord, a seasoned person that has walked with the Lord for many years, has walked with young people, middle-aged people, and he is now openly just teaching and encouraging people. And we are privileged to have him here. So John, as we continue now, so that we solidify this, what would you say are the non-negotiable biblical ideals or essentials of marriage?
Yeah, several.
Yes.
And they still come from the book. They still come from the book of Genesis.
Yeah.
First of all, divorce is not an option. The church today, and increasingly so, are giving the impression if two people don't agree in marriage, they just divorce. We must know that's a non-negotiable requirement of the scriptures, especially because God has taught forgiveness. So we need to talk about that, because remember, we are dealing with young people who can't see marriage lasting. There are too many divorces. Let's teach that you need to be in marriage for life. And if you don't intend to go for life, don't touch it. Keep off marriage. Once you enter, you have entered a car without a reverse gear.
Yeah.
So therefore, you must keep going on.
Yes.
And I think that to me is a non-negotiable. This idea that I don't like you, you are looking too fat. You know, the other day, the husband told the wife that you have several kilos, I never married.
Wow.
Now, obviously, the marriage on its way to the end. And it collapsed.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to understand, we must teach as a requirement. I don't know where the idea came that when you are uncomfortable with each other, you leave. No. It's a biblical requirement.
It's for life.
Jesus put it in good language. Let what God has joined together, no man put asunder.
Including those who are both in a relationship,
yes,
and those who are out.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think this is very important. To me, that's a non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable,
If
yes.
for Jesus to be addressing it,
Yeah.
it's a negotiable.